What up, folks? I'm ultrazillatoys. I have a review of the SUPER7 Deluxe, the Iron Giant. That's right, my zillions. We have another Iron Giant figure here to look at. You guys know I'm a big fan of the Iron Giant, and we've looked at quite a few Iron Giant figures here, and this is a really nice card back. Nice art from the movie. Very plain on the back, but like, what more do you need? You just have a beautiful piece of art on the back, and it's on the front too. This is in SUPER7's Deluxe line, which is basically their like Ultimates line, but with less stuff. Although I gotta say that this particular Iron Giant figure, from outside the package, looks a little small for an Ultimates figure, especially of the Iron Giant. But I digress. We are going to find out when we open it a little further. Now, this is made available right now at Walmart.com. It is going to be available at Super7.com as well at some point soon. But right now, it was part of the Walmart CollectorCon drop. It costs about 35 bucks, so if you want it, do check there. I will provide a link down below for it. But I'm excited to get this open, so without any further ado, let's get to the review. And here's the Iron Giant out of the package, and he's kind of cool. This is a very different figure for Super7. Now, to me, this is definitely not an Ultimates. It is much shorter, I believe, than an Ultimates. I mean, not I believe, it's definitely shorter. So maybe they're going a different route. Maybe because you know the ones I got were the I got Optimus Prime, right? The DX Optimus Prime, as well as the Super Kaiju, which was basically, you know, kind of like alongside this DX line. I think this would fit more with the Super Kaiju, even though I think those would be shorter actually still. I don't have those in my possession anymore, so I can't compare. But this is pretty cool, and it's very different. Another reason why I'm saying that is this is not the same plastic as an Ultimates figure at all. There's a very classic toy figure feel to this Iron Giant, and I don't mind that at all. I think that's really cool, but there's definitely like a throwback to the plastic feel. It's very thin plastic. It's definitely different. I'm going to go through the articulation really quick because there's something I want to talk about there. It's really good, actually. The neck, it moves nicely. Let's look at that. All right, then the head is separate, which is cool. The mouth, the jaw, opens and closes, as an Iron Giant should. Then you got an upper body joint that moves fairly well. You got the waist joint that moves really well. Shoulders, soft ratchet inside, that moves. Now, it moves in two parts here, which is cool. This whole assembly here moves around, and then you can move this out too. So that's pretty cool. Then you have the hinge. I think I said that already. You do have a bicep swivel. You have a single jointed elbow, and it's not very deep at all, but you can swivel it at the elbow. Hinge, swivel at the wrists. And then the legs, and this is what I want to talk about, why I wanted to get here, are very tight at the hips on mine. I've had to heat it up multiple times, and it does keep, like, getting stuck. So, you know, that's a thing. This one's pretty good. You can hear it's, like, very squeaky sounding, so they're a little bit tight-fitted. And then you can move them out back and forth. So do be careful with that. Gonna try to loosen it up a little bit better, but yeah, very tight hips. Then you do have a swivel at the thigh, and then you have the knee joint, soft ratcheted, a little tight too. This one's actually a lot freer, and then you can rotate it at the bottom of the knee. Then you have a really nice ankle rocker, like really nice. Look at that. That works really well. And it does have a hinge forward, not back, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I'll take it. I'd say overall, this has some really good articulation, and I do like it. You know, single, you know, joints and stuff here and there, but I do like it. It doesn't go outwards, by the way, much. You know, it's good enough. Like, the ankle joints are very nice. So, I don't know. I think for a big robot figure, not that big, but for a giant robot character, this is a pretty good figure. All right, let's take a look at the Iron Giant here in full, and it's got like not only like that classic toy feel, it's got a classic toy look. It's got like that gloss to it. It also is kind of, on animation point, I'd say pretty much, but it's more of a like classic toy look to it, like that kind of shiny plastic. I don't mind that. I think it's pretty neat. Look at the sculpt work on the bottom of the feet. That's pretty nice. The ankles, has a little bit of sculpt work in there, which is cool. On the back here, not bad. It's just done in gray. The feet look pretty good. Then the like shins here look pretty decent, calves, if you will. Just the lower legs look neat. Up here, you got like a little bit of a darker gray. It's pretty good. Works. I like his hip joints, his hips, I should say. That's not bad at all. And then the Krajiji section looks pretty good. Back here, not bad. On the butt, it's the same thing. This part here looks pretty good. You see the midsection here with the two different color grays, and the back looks pretty decent overall. Nice, nicely done. Got some gray in there, and then you got like the rivets going around. Good. It looks good, guys. The front view of that is basically the same. You get more of the, darker grays in there, which looks really good. All the rivets, again, going around. I love that. I love rivets. I mean, it's like the Mechagodzilla thing. I love rivets. And this part here looks good. It's kind of ribbed. I do like it. Again, the gray is dark, really, really dark gray, and then, the lighter gray, but darker than the plastic gray. It works. You don't need a ton of paint to make something work. Now, it looks good. The neck is awesome. Actually, I really, really like the neck. Sufficiently long, works very, very well. The arms look pretty good. You got that gray right there, that darker gray, and you do got it in the hands as well, like on the knuckles. Pretty good. And pretty good. This arm here looks real nice. Over here, you get more of that dark paint. Which looks good. A little spine. I didn't mention it before, but it looks very nice. And then the head sculpt is pretty good. The thinnest plastic on this is this joint here, the jaw. You like, if the light shines on it, like, you could like see almost right through it, which kind of weird. But it's fine. It works. The rest of the head sculpt looks pretty good. He's got his dent there, sculpted in. The eyes are painted yellow, and that looks good. He's got his little crest. Goes all the way to the back. A little fiber on there. Stuck. See that? Oh yeah, it's on there. It won't come off either. Nope. What else? I can't even see that in real life. But anywho, the proportions are really nice on this Iron Giant. It looks really good, guys. I do like it a lot. I think they did a good job here. Really, it's a really neat looking figure. Again, that classic look definitely does it for me. It really does. And for your size comparisons, first up, how about some Monsterverse figures with a Playmate, a Haya, and a couple of SH Monstars. So you can see he's a decent size. If we stand up Godzilla a little better, he's still a little bit taller than Godzilla. As far as Super 7 Ultimates, here's that Optimus Prime figure I was talking about. Although this is the actual Ultimates version and not the Deluxe version. It's the same exact thing. You can see just the Ultimates are actually much bigger than what you're getting with this figure. And as for a comparison with some Iron Giant figures, some other Iron Giant figures, he's kind of one of the smallest ones, for one of the classic ones, which I do have from, the original movie when it came back in the day, but I don't know where it is. it wasn't with the rest of these guys, so I don't know. So here's one of the DSTs, the more metallic one, which is absolutely gorgeous. Demando, also DST, this is the gallery diorama statue, and one of the 1000 Toys figures, which is awesome. So it is smaller than all of these. I'm still partial to the DST. I think they did a fantastic job. This is like probably the best figure they did. This one had lights and stuff. You know, I don't know if the lights work, but it's been a while. But yeah, they work. They work. Yeah, that for the money, this is the best figure. And my final thoughts, this is a pretty cool figure. I do like it overall. For 35 bucks, it's not so bad. I'll get back to that in a second though. I think the articulation is really cool. It looks the part. You know, it's got a little bit of a thin plastic, but it's I don't know, it's kind of fun to, you know, play around with. So I'm digging it. I am digging this figure. Now the thing about it is though, like when you compare it like I just did with, let's say, the DST, which was 30 bucks, like that's a much better value. Like, you know, it's a bigger figure, it has lights, it feels awesome. The paint jobs have been tremendous on all of the variants of it. So it's a weird thing. Like, I do know that SUPER7 does, you know, smaller production runs, but are they much smaller than DSTs? I gotta think they're like on level, you know, with each other there. So, you know, I don't know. It's hard to say, you know, the worth of these things without knowing every last thing that goes behind it. But, you know, that's one of those things, you know, for yourself you gotta think about. Granted, I don't know if those DSTs are available anymore. And this is a pretty cool figure, like I'm saying. I do want to see SUPER7, you know, make more of these. So, like, I do like it enough where I'm like, give us one in, you know, more metallic colors or something, more paint. You know, deck it out with all the accessories that Iron Giant should have. You know, or maybe I'd like to see like an Ultimates version, because like I said, you know, this is not an Ultimates figure. This is definitely a smaller figure. So if they do an Ultimates version, I'll be interested in that for sure, and I'll be interested to, you know, see that, you know, type of like SUPER7 Ultimates plastic on an Iron Giant, and that should be interesting. I hope it's better than Mogera, because that one I didn't like. But I do like this figure, and I'll leave it at that. You guys can make your own assessment, but I think it's pretty cool, and there you have it, guys. That is my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you're new to the channel, want to go and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection, because you never know what you're going to see here. Till next time, peace out.